Hey everyone, it's Richard Metal Fan here, bringing you guys a long-awaited music collection update video. It's been about 3 months since I did my last one. Bought some stuff since then, so I'm just gonna work my way. I got 3 cassettes. I have like a stack of CDs right here, and I have a bunch of vinyl right here. So I'm not gonna comment on much. I'm just gonna blow through it all. So let's get started. I have like 3 cassettes right here. We'll just start with the recent one I got. I actually saw them last weekend, and there's the new album from my boys in Cloak, Black Flame Eternal, which I got on cassette right here. As you can see, this is actually a limited thing. I think they're still limited to 100 tapes, but it's numbered, and I have number 16 out of 100. This is the first time it has like a slipcover for a cassette, and it's a gold tape, so that's pretty cool. And next to it, from the same band, it's one of my favorite bands. I'm talking about the band Neobliviscaris from Australia. I have their album Earn on cassette, and their new album Exul, which is awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing them in October. I haven't seen them since they did that tour with Wintersun back in 2018. So yeah, that's the only cassettes I have. Now we're on to the CDs right here. First one we'll talk about is a new album, and I'll probably get some shit for this band, probably not, and that'd be Not Without My Ghosts, the new album from the Amity Affliction. It's a pretty cool, good album. I think it's like their heaviest to date, but I just really hate that it came in these fucking digi-sleeves right here, where you pull out the CD. It's a pain in the ass. That's just the only thing, but I hate about the packaging. But overall, it's a pretty good album. Next three albums are from the same band, and I think I should redeem myself with this, as it's a new band to the collection, and that'd be the band Archgoat. Now, Archgoat are sort of like a blackened death metal band from Finland. I have 3 of their albums right here. We have Whore of Bethlehem. This is a reissue that Debut Moore put out. It's a digipack right here. And then we also have The Light Devouring Darkness right here, and the Apocalyptic Triumphator. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing them next year at Maryland Death Fest. So if anybody's going to that, I'll see you there. Next up, I have the new August Burns Red album, Death Below. Pretty good album. I actually got this from their site, and it actually came signed by the band, which is pretty cool. Next up, I have Blood Red Throne with Come Death. I'm slowly trying to get more of their albums. I only had Brutalitarian Regime, but this is a pretty good album. If you're familiar with Blood Red Throne, they're a death metal band from Norway that's been around since the late 90s. Yeah, I'm hoping they tour the States. I know they're going to be on the 70,000 Tons of Metal cruise in the end of January next year, and I'm actually going to be going to that. So it'll be the first time going, which I think will be awesome. Moving on, I finally completed this band's discography. All I just needed was their debut album and their latest 2 albums, and that'd be the band Burning Witches. Now, Burning Witches are a straight up heavy metal band from Switzerland. They're all female, and they're pretty good. First thing I have is their self-titled album, and this actually has the Burning Alive kind of like EP or something tagged along with it as bonus tracks, which I think it's pretty cool. Or I think it's like some live stuff. Then I have The Witch of the North, and their new album, The Dark Tower. So yep, pretty good band. Check them out if you haven't. Next up, I have the new Bury Tomorrow album, The Seventh Son. Really good album. First album that they had with a new kind of lineup. They've been around since 2006, metalcore band from the UK. I guess they have, and this is actually a really good like new start for Bury Tomorrow, and I'm really looking forward to seeing where they go from here. Anyway, another new addition or band to the collection. I'm talking about the band Carcosa with their album Anthology. You know, if you aren't familiar with Carcosa, they're a deathcore band based out of Vancouver, Canada. I know them through Andrew Baina. If you ever watch his YouTube videos where he does like full like guitar covers and stuff, it's a project with him and Johnny Chardulo, who also is the guitarist for Angel Maker it's pretty good for the album. Also, it has a lot of guest features like Present Precursor featuring my boy Taylor Barber and Vanna Black with Ricky Hoover, or Scars with Kyle Anderson from Brand of Sacrifice. So yeah, it's a pretty good album. I like it. It's a good new addition to the collection. Anyway, moving on, I have the new Cattle Decapitation album, Terrasite. Definitely like this album. I think it's a step up from Death Atlas, but again, Cattle Decapitation for me hasn't really made a bad album. As you can see, I actually got this signed by the band from when I saw them on the Decibel tour last month with Dark Funeral, and it's a really good album. I really personally enjoy it. Just put this back right. Anyway, moving on to, I actually showed the cassette of this, but I have the new Cloak album on CD. I also have the on vinyl, which I'll showcase. So here it's a digipack. But yeah, I had to showcase my homie's little band. And then I also have the new Currents album, The Death We Seek. Pretty good album. I actually really enjoy it. I think these guys do the wrong. I really hate that I missed their tour, their headliner, because it got sold out at the Masquerade. But I know that they're going to be back with playing with a Polaris, so I might go to that. I don't know. So we'll just have to see about that. Next band I want to talk about is a new addition to the collection, and I'm talking about the band Frozen Soul. Now, Frozen Soul are a death metal band based out of Dallas, Texas. They have like one demo EP before this, but I have their main two full lengths. First one is Crypto Vice. I think it was a pretty good album. And their new album that came out this year, Glacial Domination, which I think is a pretty good album. And this album actually was produced by Matt Hafey from Trivium. He actually did a couple of guest feature spots on here, like he did a solo and some vocals, and also has John Gallagher from Dying Fetus. So yeah, it's a new addition to the discography and really great band. Check them out if you haven't. Next few albums I have are all from the same band. I need to get some more of their albums because I only had 2 of their albums, but I went from not having really much of them to slowly building up, and that'd be the band Grave. I don't think I need to introduce these guys. They're a death metal band from Sweden. Been around since like the late 80s, early 90s. I have their album Back from the Grave, which actually has like a second CD with some bonus demos. As you can see, I got this signed by Adramelech from Dark Funeral because he used to play in the band for a little bit. I'm looking forward to seeing them at Maryland Death Fest next year as well. And I also have Fiendish Aggression and Dominion 8. Anyway, next 4 albums are all from the same band. Then that'd be the band Insomnium. Now, Insomnium are a melodic death metal band based out of Finland. Been around since the late 90s. First off, we have their debut album, which is called Since the Day It All Came Down. I'll just put this right here. One for Sorrow. Heart Like a Grave. I actually got this signed from when I saw them on their co-headliner with the Enslaved. And then this one's called Argent Moon. Next up, I have Living Color with Vivid. I don't think I really need to introduce this album because it has probably like my favorite song, Cult of Personality. Of course, entrance theme for CM Punk. Anyway, moving on, and kind of like breaking off with off of metal here. Probably get some flack, probably not, but I have. I decided to get this. It was like a couple bucks. It's at at CD Warehouse over on Bells Ferry in Marietta, and that'd be Number Ones by Michael Jackson. Yeah, can't go wrong with Michael Jackson because why the fuck not? And I also have the new Nail of Ascaris album, also on CD, which I showcased the cassette of this. Digipack right here. Pretty cool. Anyway, next one, I'm probably going to get some shit for this. probably not. It's a guilty pleasure. I'm probably gonna lose like a few hundred subs, but whatever. I got this also about a week or two ago at the CD warehouse. It was like $2, but I figured why not get it, and that'd be No Strings Attached by NSYNC. Because why? Because fuck you. That's why. I don't know. It's just a guilty pleasure. I just like bye. It's gonna be May. He just yeah. That's an oddball one. Yeah, I should be able to redeem myself with these. Next 3 albums are from the same band. It's another band that's a new addition to the collection. That'd be the band Omnium Gatherium. Now, Omnium Gatherium are a melodic death metal band from Finland. Been around since the mid-late 90s. I have their most recent 3 albums. I actually got these back in March when they were on tour with Elevite. And the first off you have is Grey Heaven. Then to see this signed by the band. All these are actually signed. They're all costing me like $60, but it was worth it. But then I also have The Burning Cold, and their latest album that came out 21, Origin. So yeah, finally got to own something from them in my collection. And then next up we have the debut full-length album from one of the best newer deathcore band going right now, and that is The Burden of Faith by Of Sulfur. Really good debut full-length. I like their Oblivion EP, but this one I actually like. As you can see, I got this signed by the band. Because I actually was hanging with my boys in Carnifex and Left to Suffer at that show. They were playing the same day as I was seeing Bury Tomorrow at the Masquerade. Right? But I wanted to stop by before I go see Bury Tomorrow just to say hi to them. And I was hanging with the Ricky Hoover and the boys, and they signed. And they're like really nice guys. And this album's really good. Like the guest featuring, they have Unraveling with my boy Taylor Barber from Left to Suffer, Wide Open with Howard Jones, and the title track featuring my homie Lindsay Schoolcraft and Kyle from Body Snatcher. It's a really good album. I really enjoy it. Yeah, especially with like Ricky doing like clean singing and stuff. So yeah, I have 2 more CDs right here. Then we also have the new Unearthed album, The Wretched, The Ruinous. Really good album. I think it's a step up from Extinctions. First album that they did without Ken Susi. He recently had left the band. Now he's playing with As I Lay Dying. But yeah, this is probably the heaviest Unearthed album to date. And then the last one, it's kind of another oddball. And I'm talking about the band Vixen with their self-titled album. They're sort of like a all-female, sort of like heavy metal band. They're pretty much known for like their song Edge of a Broken Heart. Which is sort of like they're kind of like a one-hit wonder kind of band, but it's a pretty good album. I actually personally enjoy it. So yeah, that's it with the CDs. Now we're on to the vinyls. I have like 2 stacks right here. I'll just try to move this and that other one closer. First one I want to showcase is TerrorVision by Aborted. I got this signed by the band from when I saw them on the Chaos and Carnage tour. They were playing with Dying Fetus and Suicide Silent. And it's a gatefold right here. And the vinyl itself is just a simple black. And then next one, I actually got this at a CD warehouse in Footbells Ferry in Marietta. And it's a classic grunge album. And this is one of the better grunge bands. I'm talking about Dirt by Alice in Chains. I just love it. This is probably like my favorite Alice in Chains record. It's just really classic. I don't think I need to say much about it. And then I also had showcased this. I also had it on CD, but I also want to showcase the vinyl. I have Whore of Bethlehem by Archgoat on vinyl, and it's a gatefold right here. And I think this one's also so simple black. Next up, I have another band I'm looking forward to seeing at Maryland Death Fest next year, and that'd be Nightmares Made Flesh by Bloodbath. I got this at a Second and Charles. Surprisingly, they had it. This is probably my favorite Bloodbath album. And the vinyl itself is this orange-looking vinyl. No, yeah, and this is when they had Peter Tagrin also playing with Hypocrisy on vocals, and he just sounds fucking gnarly. And then I also have Black Flame by Bury Tomorrow on vinyl. the pretty good album. I think this one's, it's Simple Black, so let me just show that. And then this one I actually showed the CD of this, but I also have the vinyl of it. I have the new Cal Decapitation album, Terrasite. Cost me like $50 or so. I got this from On the Dark Funeral World Tour, Gatefold. And then the vinyl itself is this flesh kind of marble looking vinyl. Right, that back in. And then I also mentioned I had the CD and the cassette of this, but I also have the new Cloak album on vinyl, Black Flame Eternal. Here's the gatefold with the band. It's a Simple Black vinyl. I actually got this literally a month before it came out, after I did my interview with Scott Tasem, my homie. Shout out to you, dude, if you're watching this. I went to his house and he had this and the CD early, so I got that. But I got the cassette at their release show last week. All right, then moving on, we have Enslaved Below the Lights. This is a live album. I'm not really like a fan of live albums. I asked to get like just the regular version, but apparently they gave me like the live version, which isn't too bad. There's the gatefold right here. And the vinyl itself is this kind of like clear, kind of white blue splatter. It's pretty awesome. So the vinyl itself looks pretty badass. So there, got this, of course, signed from when I saw them back in April. Anyway, next up I have Burn by Havoc. I actually got this at Grand Ski Records in Augusta about a couple weeks ago. I was seeing my girl. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing them next month. They're playing with Toxic Holocaust. And this vinyl itself is this weird purpley green thing. And wow, this looks pretty fucking awesome, if I do say so myself. I swear, the only thing I really hate about vinyl is trying to like put it back in the sleeves, which is like a pain in the ass. Next two albums are from the same band. I'm talking about Immortal. I don't think I really need to introduce this band. Classic black metal from Norway. This was a reissued that came out this year through Osmose Production. So I have two of their classic albums. First one being Pure Holocaust, and it's a gatefold right here. And the vinyl is a Simple Black. And then also same thing with the Battles in the North. Gatefold right here. And Simple Black. And then the next one is another box set. I actually showed an unboxing of this, but I'll show it again. I have Linkin Park with their Meteora 20-year anniversary box set. I showcased this in my unboxing video of this a few months ago. Has like the album Meteora, then Live in Texas, and a couple live stuff, and some CDs of like demos and stuff, and some DVDs. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And then I got the last pile to show right here. And first off, we have Covenant by Morbid Angel. It's a gatefold with the band members at the time. Simple Black. So yeah, I don't really need to go into detail with this album. It's just a death metal classic. And then I also have the new Navel of the Scars album, Exile, on vinyl. Gatefold with the band members. Simple Black. Anyway, next three are from the same band, and I just finally got to own I have it on CD, but not on vinyl, and that'd be the band Nervosa. Nervosa are kind of like a thrash metal, death metal band from Brazil, all female. I have their first three albums. First off, we have Victim of Yourself. I actually got this signed by Fernanda from when I saw her with Crypto back in April. I'm looking forward to seeing them at 70,000 Tons. And then Agony, also, which I believe is Simple Black. And then Downfall of Mankind. The gatefold, the band members at the time. And this one is a reddish vinyl. I have Possessed with Beyond the Gates. That's a classic death metal album. I don't think I really need to go into detail with this. The next one I have is probably a classic from my teenage years, and that'd be Iowa by Slipknot. Now I own all Slipknot albums on vinyl, and here's the gatefold with the band members. Of course, rest in peace, Paul Gray and Joey Jordison. Yeah, I think this is the reissue that came in with this. It's a kind of like a turquoise aqua kind of vinyl. It's hard to tell. Well, it kind of looks green from here, but if I hold it up into the light, it's like turquoise. It's just how I see it. All right, get that back in there. Come on, get in there. Almost done, guys. Almost done. And then the next two are both from the same band. I actually first got this. A friend of mine got me this, and it's from the band Whitechapel with the Valley, and as you can see, it is signed by the band. Metal Blade put this out, and the vinyl itself is this kind of looking vinyl. Sorry if I'm being delicate. So I'm just trying to like get this fucker in. Fuck, I'll just set it aside. And then I also have Kin, also signed by the band. And here's a gatefold right here. I think this is a 2 LP, and it's just simple black. So yeah, that's pretty much my music collection update for you guys. Hope there's anything there that you find awesome, or whatever. So thank you guys for watching this video, and as always, keep it metal.